피하고 강공 속공 안돼 피하자 제비 하나 먹고 피하고 강공 여기도 피하고 빵 그렇지 연쇄 효과로 마지막 빵 좋아 괜찮았다 또 있어? 아이씨 몇 개가 나오는 거야 이거 도대체 찹 1대1은 뭐 오케이 됐어
What do we have here?
또 웨어울프는 아니겠지?
Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days.
갈비뼈
Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse?
머리
Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength.
정리를 해보자면
Must have been
그렇다면
attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here.
뭐가 또 여기 뭐가 이렇게 많아? 쫓아오는 것 같은데?
Ugly bastard.
이근이 웨어울프의 냄새가 난다 뭔가 찹 늑대가 때마침 딱 나타나는 거 보니까 웨어울프의 냄새가 나네요. 어? 여기?
A fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Who's that? Other room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women, the Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
이미 걸림. 누굴 보았니? 말해줄 수 있겠니?
I want to help that woman. She could be in danger.
Young and seen no one, my lord. He's a kiddie. Must have dreamt it.
I want to hear this dream then. So kid, who did you see? Who came here?
Pappy brought her at night. The lady does the medicines. She was all afeared. Talked about an awful monster. Said she had to go back. Don't know where to. Mummy and Pappy cheered her up. Gave her clothes. Hers were ragged.
좋아.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of her father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is high. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than to Crow's Perch with a baron.
Why?
Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
공공연하게 다 알고 있었던 얘기군요.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
'twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
소식에 대해서 좀 얘기를 들어봐야겠네요.
What marks?
These, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, no, these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
While back I met a woman in Crookback Bog. Had fiery marks on her skin like the ones you described.
Must be her, Mrs. Anna. Gods, she's a Crookback Bog.
It's where I saw her last.
Gods of all the heavens
그
protect
노파
us.
말하는 건가?
It's clear now whose whisper 'twere in the night.
그 여자가 안나였어?
The crows took her. She must have made a deal with them. A pact.
와,
That's
이거
why they marked her,
쇼킹한데?
took her like she was their own.
오,
Thanks for
그
your
사람이
help.
안나요?
The lady. She'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is.
허허허 참.
So here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
일단 내 남자에게 돌아가서 저것부터 처리를 하고 그 후에 찾으러 가보죠. 와, 이 스토리가 쇼킹하네.
Slow now. Whoa.
야, 그 할머니랑 이렇게 이어질 줄은 몰랐네. 하하 참. 어디 가니? 가자, 달려. 아, 그나저나 그거 걔 못 구해줘서 실패로 끝난 건가? 걔 구해줬어야 되는데, 아, 참.
Come on now.
Ask a service of the Witcher, Pella must. A Witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you
얘가
need?
여기까지
Tell me.
찾았네?
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge. Damned souls, too. We've the circle to protect from these wretches.
뭐 도와야죠
Seems
뭐.
like you could use a Witcher. So
제가
yeah,
뭐.
I'll help.
You'd not refuse. The Pella knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey.
파이크 섬으로 간다고?
There in the circle of stones we shall meet.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
잘 됐네요. 거기서 해야 될 퀘스트도 있었기 때문에 잘 됨. 아우, 거기 한 번에 안 가길 잘했네. 네, 또 들어갈 일이 생길 줄은 몰랐지만 어쨌든 1타 2피로 끝낼 수 있겠네요.
Witcher. A
뭐야
word,
이거.
please.
나한테
Believe we've not had the pleasure.
나한테 뭐 이렇게 바라는 게 많아 이것들이.
Left over from my army days, you understand. When me and Philip, meaning the Baron, served under a Temerian banner, wanted to ask you about something.
뭔데?
What is it?
That night when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside. What did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sits.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Daya most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
네.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenford.
What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
No, but I talked to the man who helped her escape and then took her in. Tamara is safe and sound. From what I gathered, she has no desire to see you again, no intention to return.
I shan't trust some peasant dolt. I shan't trust whoever it is helped her. I need to know for certain she's safe. Go to her. You must be sure. See her yourself. I shan't believe anyone else.
에이, 귀찮은 녀석. 갔다 와야겠구만.
I'm grateful. Take this. Call it enticement. And this might prove useful.
What is it?
A letter of safe conduct. Ever since the Redanians took hold of the Pontard Delta, they made it damned hard to get to Novigrad.
야, 어차피 이렇게 역시 통행권이 이렇게 얻을 수 있군요.
You were to find them both. What of Anna? Learned
가짜
anything?
통행권 얻지 않았어도.
We'll talk about her, don't worry. But right now, you'll tell me about Ciri, just like we agreed.
Fine. A word once given. When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs, gone stiff from so much bed rest. That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, where he's still among the living. Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it.
Oh, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
뭐 숨길 거 없죠.
At Kaer Morhen.
Witcher school there, aye. But they only took lads as I recall.
위천 아니니까.
I'm not a witcher. Just grew up there.
I believe it, seeing how you swing that sword. Know any of them potions?
Not so much. A bit.
Because you see, at times I get this pinching back here.
Shut it, Egrin. Nobody cares about your backside. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one. But never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them sideways.
Perhaps you'd care to wager?
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do at all.
겁쟁이?
What happened? You get the jitters?
No.
역시 남자들은
So why not?
자존심을 긁어야 돼요.
The horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honor.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
Would it ever?
Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. We start at daybreak.
여기서 말경주를 하는구만 또.
The day dawns.
Ready?
As ever. First one to the tower.
Man chop! Come on, Siri,
2,
don't you
1,
embarrass us?
삥! 달려! 좋아.
Want that horse, don't ya?
Had one just like it.
달리자.
Kick it.
무조건 이겨야지.
Sure how it's done.
원기 수치 조절을 좀 해야 되는데 이거. 오케이, 이겼다.
You're wind, not woman. Worthy of the best horse. The mare is yours.
메리?
Thank you.
What?
오, 뭐야 이거?
Another chance to win.
뭐야 저거?
She screamed like a mad woman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even were it to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
기브 앤 테이크라
You're a
그거구만.
fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
알고 있죠.
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she had the slightest desire to leave.
You were to bring her back, not report on the condition she lives
데리고 올
under.
수가 없어 이
I was
녀석아.
supposed to find her, and I did. That was our deal, nothing more.
You still think me rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
내 의견 중요하지 않죠.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
말해주십시오 빨리.
Probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. All right,
말해줘.
I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. A warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
그리고 이어가십시오.
What
듣고
then?
있습니다.
I
쭉
went from
이어보시죠.
front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years, she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a
하참.
childhood friend, a dog's bunghole.
야, 이거는
Understand, damn it! One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my love.
How'd you find out?
Came home one day and Anna was gone. The things too. Found a letter. She wrote that she didn't love me. That she'd left me for that knob licker and taken Tamara with her. Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
그러게 피해 남작이라고 부른 이유가
Guess they
있었네요.
call you the Bloody Baron for a reason after all.
What?
Your nickname makes sense now.
No, that's an entirely different story.
아 그래? 딴 거야? 그게 그거 아니었어?
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit, hysteria, threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. 2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times by her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness. Cannot fathom how we survived those years, but we did. Though as you know now, not everything was as it might have seemed.
뭐, 예, 그렇네요.
You're right. Faults on both sides, yours and hers.
I'm content that you finally see that. Very well then. If you won't bring Anna home, you might at least tell me how she landed in that blasted swamp.
네,
She made a pact with the crones and, well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word, in their own twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the crones sapped her of strength and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. I think that's when she started to lose her mind. Then they placed magic tethers on her, tethers that cause great pain when tested. A guarantee she'll pay off her debt.
A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
못 구할 것 같은데. 어떡하지? 아, 뭐 솔직히 말린다고 해서 말을 들을 것 같지도 않으니까. 네.
Do what you will, but leave me out of this. You ask me, wading through the swamp to
네.
mess with the crones, just plain stupid.
What would you have me do? Sit on my ass and wait for her return? I'll send men, go with them myself, and we will pull her out.
I've warned you. What you do, that's your business.
그렇죠. 어쨌든
We had a deal.
네.
I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
아, 바실리스크였구나.
Ah, right.
무슨
Gargantuan. One
와이번인 줄
solid
알았네.
brute.
너무 커가지고.
Right in front of us. I thought we breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's show this bastard what we're worth.
와, 내가 알고 있는 바실리스크랑 좀 다르게 생겼네. 야, 역시 세다, 세. 이초보다 세다, 니가. 오. 아하, 나 이거 참. 또 구하러 가야겠구만, 이거. 손님 많이 가는 남작이야.
Damn it! I can't leave him like that.
어떻게 넘어가, 여기. 뭐야, 이거 어떻게 넘어가? 아, 이게 참 골 때리네. 약간 닭처럼 생겼는데? 어? 우와. 어허. 확인 사살까지